We're connecting. Just wait. I'm not sure there's anyone on the tour yet. There's still 0. It might take time, before we connect. This is the way to tip us. Как оставлять чаевые, tips. Нет. Okay, so I don't know if there's anyone around. Looks like we're not getting to connect. Oh yeah, there are 18 people. 18.
Что?
18 это сколько?
18?
Yeah, 18 people. Say hi, Grisha.
Чего?
People, люди, 18 человек. 18 people. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. I just realized that Grisha was standing next to a very explicit graffiti. Hi everyone. Hello. Hello, here we are together with Grisha for another episode of Sololaki, and it really might be the last episode of Sololaki depending on how fast we go. I don't really have any intention to rush, and it's such a lovely place. I so love to come back here every weekend, and Grisha enjoys it too. I'm not gonna say it's just, maybe it's a little bit because he gets nice treats afterwards, really hard to say. But he enjoys being here. So hi everyone, my name is Anna, this is Grisha, and we are to begin very soon. Hi, good to see you. Shavua Tov everyone, to whom it may concern. And we continue the exploration of Sololaki, a glamorous 19th century neighborhood established when Georgia became part of the Russian Empire, and it was appointed as the capital of the Caucasus region. And Tbilisi, back then it was called Tiflis. Tbilisi was the capital, the center of the Caucasus region, which means that a lot of banks, companies, different offices and governmental institutions, careful Grisha, moved here, and a lot of rich people moved as well. That's why there are some beautiful buildings, and I think this is the 6th episode of the Sololaki neighborhood, and we have seen quite a lot. And I'm gonna just show you just a little recap of what we saw last time. It was raining all day long and just stopped. It was a miracle, honestly, because I was just about to cancel the tour because it was really raining heavily, like cats and dogs. And well, lucky for us, here we are. There's no rain. It's a bit chilly. Well, not really chilly, it's just a little bit fresh. And it looks like, if you just look at this building, and you won't see any graffitis about the hate towards Russia and stuff like that. So just imagine, you can clearly imagine that you are somewhere in Italy, right? Because this building, you remember, we were here last time, and we were in the backyards and enjoyed the story about all the people who lived here. This used to belong to Milov, an Armenian businessman, merchant. And there, if I get to zoom it in, you will actually see letter M. That's, well, this is the initials of the Milov. Yeah, there you go. Obviously, all these buildings, well, they need a lot of care, a lot of money also to keep them in a good shape. And after the collapse of the Soviet Union, as you know, Georgia became an independent country. This is what this country had been wanting for a long time, and there was a lot, to handle. So many buildings are still waiting to be restored, but we have seen a lot of restored buildings as well. So, and on this tour, we are going to see the same. Some buildings that really need a lot of attendance, and some, well, lucky ones. But there are also other gems. Come here, Grisha. There are also so many gorgeous places, like very local places, cafes, shops, just hangout places, and they're so magnificent. They have this unique vibe, and this is also what I want to show you. And I want to drive by this place over here. I discovered this place about a week ago. I haven't been inside. Hi. Look at that. Isn't it lovely here? That's a bookstore and a cafe, and it's so cozy, especially on a rainy day. Look at that. And actually, even a tourists from all over will actually feel quite comfortable here, because there are books not only in Georgian but also in English. And you don't really need to buy a book to enjoy a nice coffee here. They make really good coffee here, and you can just enjoy the vibe. But look at that, just lovely. It's so quiet. Oh, I see a nice book over there. So apart from the new books, there are also vintage books, and something that really catches my eye is the book of Anton Chekhov. It's in Russian, so there are also some books in Russian as well, which is nice, me being so terribly homesick. And well, Chekhov, one of my favorite writers, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one here. There are a lot of vintage books. Some of them I actually can recognize because they look just the same as the books in the library of my grandparents. So some book covers look very familiar. And look, there is a great collection of books on art. Look at that, Andy Warhol, Polaroids. Oh wow. Such a lovely place, such a gem. I mean, yeah, of course, Sololaki is, well, there's a lot of tourists here because there is a lot to see, but this place looks so genuine and so cozy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Children's books. Well, this is in Georgian. I don't understand a word here. Grisha, can you read the name of the book? This one in Georgian. Can you read anything? Give it a try. I mean, you don't have to. No. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Гичи what? Okay. Hi, Sarah. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. Can you say it again? Is it right? Sorry, what? Yeah, can you say it again? Okay. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Well, I trust you. I trust you. Oh, nice. The chest. Oh, and there is some really good offer, just 10 laris for some books. Okay. Lovely. Oh yeah, speaking of chess, Grisha started playing chess a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, that was a no. No, let's go, Grisha. We need to explore. Let's go. As you see, I don't train Grisha to read anything. I don't prepare him, beforehand for any tour. So it's all, very improvised. Grisha, let's go. That was loud. Let me know if the sound is fine because I'm not wearing a headset. I hope the sound is fine. I'm not wearing a headset because Grisha is on tour and, he might want to say something. I'll just pop out and that's why. Yeah, that was a no, exactly. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, if you remember that house, which was the last one we visited, it belonged to the merchant Aramants, who lost everything and invested just a couple of thousands of rubles that he had left from his bankruptcy, invested them in oil, and he became a millionaire within less than a year. And it was all thanks to a man, Mantashev, who lived in this house. And I showed you that house last time, and I'll show it to you once I cross the street. But look at this beautiful woodwork. Here lived one of the richest men in Europe. He built the very first oil pipe that was almost 1,000 kilometers long, 800 something kilometers long. Can you imagine that?
Mama,
Good. Let's go, Grisha. I'm sure if you have seen any of my previous tours of Sololaki, then you're used to all these graffitis. There's not much we can do about it. Just careful, Grisha. Okay, these cars are turning. And this is where we stopped. Exactly at the corner of this beautiful house. Hi, Robert. Good to see you. That's me. That's me. So, and this is the house I was talking about. And I said that you can't really tell from this house, from the size, from the exterior, that one of the richest people in Europe actually lived here. But it is true. So the Mantashev. But over here lived another rich family. Actually, they didn't live here. They lived not far from here, also in Sololaki. And as I said, most of the inhabitants of Sololaki were Armenians and Armenian Jews, and tours on the Jewish heritage in Georgia will be scheduled very soon. Probably gonna take a couple of tours, in fact. We'll see. But anyway, so this house used to belong to the Dolukhanov family. Dolukhanov. I actually haven't been able to find any photographs because, I always try to find portraits. It makes it way easier to talk about the stories, talk about the people. But I haven't been able to find any. But what we know is that was a very rich family, and many of the representatives of this Dolukhanov family, as I said, they were Armenians. Let's go, Grisha. And they were lawyers. And obviously, it was very common in rich circles to do a lot of charity, to donate money to different causes. And this was just one of those gestures of the Dolukhanov family. They built this tuberculosis hospital. So this was the tuberculosis hospital built solely on the money of one family. Beautiful, Art Nouveau-ish, very Art Nouveau. You can see this is the combination, of Art Nouveau and actually a bit of historism, I would say, because it looks a little bit like some dreamy medieval. Well, so it has some, this kind of dreamy medieval features itself, and it was built by the architect, whom I love very, very much, and I mentioned him already a couple of times on my tours because he was a brilliant architect, very talented, and made a fortune by just building houses for the rich clients in Sololaki. And at least I can show you the photograph of the architect, Alexander Ozerov. He was from Tbilisi. He lived in Tbilisi. He studied architecture in St. Petersburg, in the Academy of Fine Arts. And I just wish more houses look like that. And the thing is that this house looks way better than when the house of Armans or even Mantashev. And you know what the difference is? In the facade decoration, because here they use the tiles, these tiny glazed tiles that are very common throughout the Art Nouveau period, not only in the Russian Empire, in Europe. The tiles, nothing really happens to them unless they chip, unless they just fall down. And also the stone. It's not a plasterwork. Of course, it was more expensive to build it, way more expensive. And look at the size, right? But the Dolukhanov family did not spare funds. and the house still looks magnificent. It hasn't been restored. I mean, there have been some works done, but it doesn't really need much restoration. Whereas Araman's a billionaire, and especially the Montashev, whom I was just talking about, one of the richest people in Europe, he just had a very modest house, and I would say quite cheap plasterwork decoration. Yeah, and you might remember that he never really had a car. He always used public transport. just public transport that was available, which means it was just, carriages, yeah. So it's hard to say whether he was thrifty or just reasonable, because he also spent a lot of money. He was generous. He did a lot of sponsorship work, a lot of scholarships done by him, given to talented people. And here is something else. So this building doesn't look very impressive, right? I mean, especially standing next to the Dolukhanov tuberculosis hospital. There is something interesting over there, and there is a cafe called Dante. And I've never really been there, but Grisha thought the place has a nice name, and he just recently learned who Dante was, and he knows of the Divine Comedy. We read a book about it, and he just offered. Let's go. And he offered to drop by, and I thought, okay, well, let's just have a look. It doesn't really look very impressive, but trust me, you're gonna be impressed. Hi, Mary, good to see you. Hello. Oh, Robert, you have a tuberculosis hospital next to you. Wow, interesting. So there are some really, throughout the late 19th century. Grisha. Wait. Grisha, wait. Grisha. There are many of those hospitals look really, really gorgeous, built in the turn of the 20th century. They just look gorgeous, absolutely. I want to take you, I just want to show you something and then drop by the Dante Cafe. Here we are. This is I would say, very common courtyard of old Tbilisi house. You'll see those balconies that you can recognize already very well. And there's some laundry getting dry. Wooden. It smells very specially, like it smells wood and something else. And you can really smell history. History can smell, right? Oh, I'm so sorry, Mary. Please get well soon. So now, about some beauty over here. Hi. Let's go, Grisha. Thank you. Look at that. So we're actually, it's not just a cafe. It used to be an apartment. Let's go. Look at that. Wow. I don't mean to invade people's privacy, so I won't film people, but I just will film what is good to film. Look at that. So welcome to Dante Cafe. It looks so cozy, lots of books. Look at the antique furniture. Yeah, it is so atmospheric. There's a piano here, a lot of old phones. It looks like the museum of old phones. I wonder if I can call anyone. Hello. Hello. Не надо, Гриш. Let's see. Well, okay, that kind of makes sense. More phones, Grisha. This is the old type of phone, so you can actually dial the number. Yeah, you can turn this. Grisha has no idea that the phones used to look like that.
А он еще работает?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It does look great. Let's move on, Grisha. Grisha, let's go. So just cheers. And do you recognize Dante? It's Dante over there. That's Dante. Oh, look, and the entire wall is covered with the book pages, and it's in Georgian, but I'm pretty sure this is the Divine Comedy in Georgian. I'm not sure though. I might be wrong. As I said, I'm not filming people, so I'll be very mindful of that. And this is the old gramophone, so this is how you would play the records, but don't touch it, okay? No, don't touch. Don't touch. Do you know what this is? It's a typewriter. Typewriter, печатная машинка. Typewriter. Oh, that's Stevie Wonder's vinyl. Oh wow, it's just fantastic. Wow.
We select beef.
Okay, let's move on. So we have so much more to show, and I'll move slowly so you could catch with a little bit more. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Definitely coming back for a drink here. Definitely coming back, and I love those rugs here on the walls. I just love it. Oh, this is so sweet. This is just like in my childhood. Look at all this. This is just like in my childhood. Look at that. Yeah, it's the toilet. Let's go, Grisha. Let's go. Okay. Cheers and yes, exactly. Yeah, let's go, Grisha. So this is definitely a gem of Sololaki, another gem that I have discovered, but I wouldn't have discovered it without Grisha. Grisha, thank you so much for taking me here. Discovered it like 10 minutes before the tour started. I was actually planning to join in the tour a little bit earlier, but you know, I just had to make sure the people would, well, so the people in the restaurant would let me film, because you know I never really just drop by, you know, and film people, so I had to ask, and they of course allowed, which is great. Okay, so now we are basically passing by the same Doluhanov house. There you go. So you see, this is well, unfortunately there's a lot of graffitis here. This is not street art. This is the abuse of a house. The inscriptions, well, the ones that, you know, have something about Russia or Russian president don't really hurt me at all. So I don't really care, but I just feel so bad for the house, you know? I feel really bad. Because this house has nothing to do with what's going on. It's vandalism. Just another kind of abuse, and I feel very sad about it. So just one more way to appreciate the house, and I just love the weather vane. Well, there used to be weather vane, looks like there's none over there now. From what I was told, it's a partly residential house and partly there is an institution there. It doesn't have anything to do with tuberculosis at the moment. Oh, I faded? Am I back? Please let me know. I'm in the street. There's some noise, but There are not too many cars though. Please let me know if the sound is back, or I need to put the headset on, which is ready, always at the ready. Yeah. All good. Thank you so much. Yes. So I'm not hurt by what's written. I'm really just feel bad for the house, for how it's been treated, you know. Well, look at that. I wish I could step anywhere backwards, you know, so you could see more. Unfortunately, I cannot. There is nowhere else to step backwards. It's a narrow street. Look at this beautiful, gorgeous Art Nouveau house. Can you believe it? That it's actually a school now? It is a school. Thank you, Kathy. Oh dear, I didn't see you join. Thank you, Charity. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, Natalie. So the place where we've just been to is called Cafe Dante. And Grisha discovered it. And look at this gorgeous Art Nouveau house. So it has all the musts for a proper Art Nouveau masterpiece. The ladies' hats, the flowers, all the floral motifs, all the petals and leaves. Yeah, and of course, well, you know, there is this kind of a tradition that should be always a protection for a house. And at the turn of the 20th century, there was a lot of, you know, like mysticism around. And, you know, there was this tradition to place heads of, you know, like devils or some monsters, or just, you know, at the entrance of the house. So it was kind of to intimidate the evil powers. And that's why there's something very scary at the entrance. But I'm pretty sure that this doesn't really scare off the pupils of the school, because it's a school now. But at some point, here used to be the Council of France. Hi, Dolly. Yes, Chris has been feeling all right. He basically had a little, well, not really. He really had a pretty high fever for the first couple of days in the middle of the week, and then it's just gone. So thank you so much, Gail. Thank you so much, Gail, for the coffees. Thank you so much for your support. The ways to tip me and Grisha for the tour, it's on the top of the chat, a pinned message, a PayPal, or buy me a coffee, whichever you prefer. And so there's an interesting story about that yellow Art Nouveau house. So at some point in the, before the revolution, of course, before 1917, there used to be a council of France. And I want to tell you a story. So the council was a Frenchman who did a lot for Georgia, for its recognition. What is that? What is that? It's a half a cheer just sticking from the wall. Just a half a cheer. I love it. Is it comfortable? Yeah. Oh goodness. Goodness. What is that? So the Council of France in Tbilisi was Jacques-François Gamba, and so he was actually I would say very well, he was a really comfortably off. He was a merchant in the 18th century who lost almost everything after the Great French Revolution. And this is when he just pulled some strings and he decided to travel with the rest of the money he had. And the idea was to seek, you know, for a plan B, to find ways how to quickly earn money. And, you know, he was a people person, and he could very quickly strike a conversation with anyone. He spoke several languages, and he thought it would be a good idea to travel to India to establish trade relations, you know, some commercial relations. And he stopped in Tbilisi on his way, and he wasn't the only one. Many travelers who wanted to explore the Middle East or Asia, they would stop in Tbilisi because, as I said, it was a stopover. It was just one of the most convenient stopovers in the region. And he stayed in Tbilisi for several weeks, and he actually made very interesting. He managed to reach very interesting agreements, and he made really good, promising acquaintances. And then he returned to France, and with all the information that he came up with, he offered to open the office, Council of France in Tbilisi, and it happened. So this is how thanks to Gamba. Risha, let's cross. So thanks to Gamba, and we need to cross here as well. Hold on a second. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. And we need to go ahead, and you see that we are actually going up. So with this tour, there's gonna be some elevations, and most not gonna be down. It's just gonna be up and up and up, because Tbilisi is all about mountains and hills, going up and down. But this time it's only ups. So the higher, and of course he was appointed as the consul. So he returned to Tbilisi, and he would live here. He would be visiting France several times, and closer to the end of his life, he actually released a book about his life in Tbilisi, about all he learned about Tbilisi. And this book was published, and this is how in late 18th century Europe learned about Georgia. And he also made good illustrations himself. So these are the views of Tbilisi by Gamba. So this is it. I hope it's not blurry. I hope it's okay. Oh, we can actually this way. That's a bit. Grisha, не тряси, пожалуйста, Grisha. Thank you so much. And some views, some looks of the people. Beautiful Georgian woman. I'm not sure which food she's having. Looks like she's having a bean stew and probably some wine, resting on a beautiful carpet. Yeah. And this is a man wearing a national costume as well. There you go. There are different kinds of national costumes, and I'm also doing a little bit of a digest on different Georgian costumes and different attributes of a women's and a men's costume. So there's a lot of information, and this book is. By the way, this book just quite recently was republished again. So because Georgia is getting popular as a tourist destination. So we're going higher and higher. So get ready for some more beauty, some more beautiful architecture. So some houses will look, not off-putting, but yeah, they're not really ready. But some look really, really stunning. We're going to see all of it. Anyway, so let me take you here. Risha, are you coming? Thanks. So this is weird. Have a look. You just see gigantic wall. Just really looking not very nice. And on top of that, luckily you can still see something through the leaves, because the leaves are so tiny. But it's just in a couple of weeks it's going to be almost invisible. So the house is actually on the hill, and that's the entrance to this house. The house belonged to a Mandatova. This is the last name. She was also Armenian, also rich family, business people, and she wanted a beautiful house, and she got it. And the architect, Ozerov, by the way, so that same architect, Art Nouveau master, so to speak, he decided to come up with an interesting architecture solution. He decided to build the house on the hill, but to make the entrance actually through the rock. So we are now going to walk through the rock. You can imagine how expensive it was just to just to build the entrance. And look at the decorations. So you can just imagine, right? You can easily guess how beautiful it looked. And over here, well, this is from the Mandatova Times. Please let me know if the chat is working. Thank you, Anne. Thank you so much for a coffee. Well, it says, welcome everyone. However, I've been told, because you know that I always, like prepare and do some rehearsals before the tours. I'll go around, check the itinerary, check the places, try to check the signals. However, this might be a bit misleading because, so it says welcome in Latin, but actually this is not very welcoming house in terms of, well, not even this. Look at that. It looks, Гриша, не ходи, там злые собаки. So we're not, там злые собаки. Yeah. So I had to tell Grisha that there are really, really aggressive dogs living in the backyard. They belong to the people who live in the house. And I know this looks really intimidating. I know this is like a long corridor, and this is just a corridor. Grisha, stay here, okay? I'm just gonna go a little higher. Stay here. I've never seen anything like this before. I'm now, so hopefully the signal's gonna stay okay. But so this is all just an entrance. Such a waste of time and money. But we are inside the rock now. So they really, really rocked back then. So this Mandatova lady really, really rocked. So as I said, the locals warned me really kindly that there are really, really aggressive dogs. I cannot risk my son and myself. So that's why, hi Grisha. So that's why I will do the other way. I won't be showing you, I will be showing you the photographs of the place on my second phone. So just give me a second. There you go, just some views of the Mandatova house. Of course, the beautiful balcony. Dark and dingy. Oh, yes, Sarah, very right. This is very right. Definitely Art Nouveau-ish, definitely. It used to belong to Mandatova, but it's now a residential house, of course. Yeah, Dolly, he seems very healthy to me either. And this is the backyard. The tiles are original. All the tiles are original. And so just a little bit more light. I expected it to be really dark. Well, this is just the very long, almost endless flight of steps just to enter the second floor, where will be another flight of steps. Just that, honestly. So that's quite remarkable. So, but we are not going there. I don't want any dogs barking at us. And I'm just taking you higher. And hopefully you will enjoy what you see. So right now we are actually much higher than we started, because it was very, I would say, not really a steep, very slow and smooth, but incline. And from here we're only gonna get higher, literally. So we're going higher and higher. And of course, you don't really have to walk all the way. Well, from here you can see, right? It's slow but decline over there. You see how the street is going down. That's the street we took on our way here. Another nice house where some important writers, Armenian writers, used to live. And this looks very classical, early 19th century mansion. And you will see some modern architecture here as well. And over here, we're gonna stop a little bit, just step in, not to invade too much, but, well, there's just some more. I just love this combination of a very European house, stone house with some plaster decoration, and then this wooden balcony. It's just remarkable. I just love it. I love this weird combination. And this house used to belong to Danilan, Ruben Danilan, originally Danilan's, and Grisha, you okay? This is his photo. So Ruben Danilan's on the right, with a friend. I don't know who the friend is, but definitely this man was really a lot of fun. They were really enjoying themselves. I'm not sure where the photo was taken. This is the only photo I've been able to source somewhere on the internet. And Danny Lance was a very rich businessman who also happened to own the very first power station not far from here. And you know what? He used the Siemens equipment. Remember the Siemens family who used to have the office here in Tbilisi, who built also the telegraph line throughout Georgia. Let's go, Grisha. So he used a lot of Siemens equipment, and they actually, they claim that some of the Siemens machines are still there. Yeah, I know, Anna Mandatova house looks really creepy. I know. And knowing that there are also the aggressive dogs, it's even creepier. Покажи мне ручку. Okay. And yeah, so you see some modern houses here. Luckily, those are not high-rise buildings. Otherwise, it would have completely ruined the view of the neighborhood. Sololaki is quite a big area. Well, like this house is still waiting, for its turn for restoration. But this one is a lucky one. Look, it looks a little bit odd. Like the color is like way too vibrant, like too blue. And the door is too turquoise, right? But I know that the door is original. Nobody actually destroyed the original one and put the new one here. I know that if it's a wooden door, it would have been the original wooden door, but I had it down that it was originally of this color. This is true. So salve means hi in Latin. And I would like to cross the street. Grisha, come here. Wait before we cross. Just wait a bit. And now let's cross. Nice. And just next to this residential house, there is this one. Still looking nice and cozy. I like the blue. Probably a couple years later, after lots of rains, it's gonna look probably less. It's gonna stand out less than it does now. But that's totally fine. Just a nice house. And as we go, well, you can enjoy the views of the balconies, the shushabandis. The shushabandis, basically the balconies that are covered with the glass. So they kind of have glass windows. So this is called shushabandi. This is the Persian tradition. Actually, over here, I would say Sololaki is, as I said, a very Armenian quarter and also very Jewish quarter. And it's almost impossible to tell the difference between an Armenian Christian, and Armenian Jew. So many of the families that I'm talking about, we're actually Jewish. And now we need to cross again. Grisha, let's go. Hope the other one is not painted red in future. Hope not. Hope not. Careful here. Well, look at this one. So this is interesting. It's just the perfect combination, just the perfect representation of really what it feels like to be here in Tbilisi. The combination of European, Oriental and Georgian all together. Just next to this, actually originally a very classical building constructed in the early 19th century. Look, this is the entrance to the backyard, the entrance for the carriages. This looks very, very Ottoman, right? And then all of a sudden, at some point, I'm gonna just zoom it in. Well, you see, this is I would say quite typical, definitely, well, typical of late 19th century Art Nouveau period. You know, this lady's head over there, it was definitely placed there later, not when the house was built. Grisha is chilling in the greens. Wait. Grisha is chilling in the greens. I love it. If anyone could please just take a screenshot. It's beautiful. Grisha enjoyed himself. Okay. Thank you, Grisha. You've done a great job being a model. And then, for some reason, you see here this typical features of Middle Eastern architecture, muqarnas. So you see these niches over there that stand out, the blue details. So these are very typical muqarnas. That's what they call what they're called, and you can find them in abundance everywhere in the Middle East. And it's here for some reason. And why is it here? Because, well, originally it belonged to an engineer from Germany who came here. He had a contract. He was hired by the Russian Empire, by some Russian company, and he just lived here. Then when the contract finished, he left. And the house was purchased by this gentleman over here. Let me show you, let me introduce him to you. Mirza Reza Khan from Persia. He actually, he traveled, he was together with his family, so he was born in Persia. Then he moved to Constantinople together with his family. And then in Constantinople, he decided to go to France to study French because he wanted to speak French fluently, because back then the French was the main language of business. Sorry, Robert, I don't understand the question about the control, the Russian control. Why are these pipes sticking out of the windows? I would assume this is the ventilation. These houses are very old, and I'm not sure if they have very good ventilation. So this could be it, but I don't know for sure. But these houses are very old, and yes, they have the sewage system, they have the water pipe, but I'm not sure if the ventilation is fine. So this could be for this reason. Some of them are pretty sure not really in use, but some actually were in use. Okay, let's go, Grisha. Just another 10 minutes, okay? You feeling all right? 10 minutes. Yeah. So more 10 minutes. So let's move on. There is a lot more.
Ладно.
Yeah?
Я хочу что-нибудь на английском сказать.
Okay. Now? Right?
Сейчас.
Okay.
Я не знаю, что сказать.
Whatever you want.
I don't know what I am read.
It's not even in English, Grisha. I don't know.
It's not English.
It's not English. I know. You just can say hi to everyone.
Hi, bye-bye.
That's it. You're leaving me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, Grisha.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Okay, you'll have to say it again in 10 minutes. Hi. Hi, Ashley. Good to see you. Yeah, Mary, please get well soon. So, this gentleman over here, Mirza Reza Khan, when he was on his way back to Constantinople from France, guess what? He stopped by Tiflis. Actually, he fell ill and he had to stay here for some time to recuperate from a long journey because he nearly died. And he just because he spoke the language. Well, he spoke the Farsi and he spoke he spoke French very fluently by that time. So his trip was really useful. So he managed to get an access. He was allowed and he was admitted at in the Persian consul here in Tbilisi, in Tiflis. Tiflis is the old name of Tbilisi, so I guess it's kind of a bit more correct to refer to the city as Tiflis because we're talking about that period. Ooh. Okay, we need to cross here. Grisha, let's cross. And so Mirza Reza Khan, he very quickly just starting off as let me show you his portrait again. He was basically kind of an assistant in the council, and then within just several years, so he would study here. He decided to stay here in Tiflis because he made really good acquaintance here. He started in the French school. Kind of a classes, sort of a postgraduate classes, I would say. That's what it kind of was, some private French classes. And then he got a job in the council, and then he also eventually became the Council of Persia in Tiflis, and then he would be traveling to Persia, and he represented Georgia as well. He also made a speech. He participated in the Peace Congress in The Hague, the one that was initiated by Nicholas II, if you remember, right? That Peace Congress at the very end of the 1890s was initiated by Nicholas II Romanov, and Reza Mirza Khan was actually there, and he was friends with Leo Tolstoy, and he, just like Nicholas II, they were all against they were all asking for the disarmament, and they didn't want the First World War to begin, but eventually it started. But he tried very hard, and he was nominated for Nobel Peace Prize 5 times. But here is something else. So thank you so much, Reza Mirza Khan, for your story. But here is something else. Что такое? Подожди, пожалуйста, Гриш, я хочу показать. Look at this gorgeous house, right? It just looks like a palace. Yeah, this is Mirza Reza Khan. Yes. Look at this. So this house belonged to a rich Armenian family, of course, Bazarjan's family. They produced and supplied tobacco. They were very rich, Yes, they made fortune on people's weaknesses, tobacco, and they built this house. So there were several brothers. They were all involved in the tobacco industry. So let's see. Probably we cannot enter. Probably cannot. No, it's closed. But actually, when I was here a couple of days ago, it was open and I was able to enter. And I have a video. So even if we can't get in, we can see what's inside. So just give me a moment. Hold on a second. And unfortunately, I cannot see the chat either at the moment. Okay, so look at that. This is just the entrance. The original tiles from Europe, and a lot of glass. So you will see this glass, also the glass in the doors inside. So there is a lot of Venetian glass. all original, some restored, but look at this glass. So this is the glass from Venice. It was delivered just for this family. Can you imagine? I have no idea how they managed to. Oh. А вы знаете, как открыть? Can you open it? Okay, so we carry on. Look at this door. So that's what I was talking about. Just a second. Oof. So those doors, they have the Venetian glass there. I have no idea how they managed to supply all the glass all the way from Venice to here. I have no idea. So this is how rich the tobacco merchants, well, tobacco companies were. Yes, this is inside this beautiful, gigantic house. Yes, it's a residential building now. Yeah, the tiles are original, and all the tiles on the floor, the tiles on the walls. Yeah, people just living here. So this is exactly the glass I've been talking about. So the glass from Venice. Yeah, it's all there. So this is. Yeah, that's it. I have also some photographs. There you go. Pretty. I know it's pretty. And I can clearly understand why people really don't want, someone else to go inside and invade the privacy of this entrance. Honestly, I love it too very much. And I want to show you just a couple more photographs. So this is what this house, well, I will show you when we cross this, I will show you again. But so this is one of the Bazarjan's brothers. After the revolution, of course, the house itself and their companies were all taken from them. It was all nationalized. So obviously there was nothing to really hope for. All the brothers left their mother, and one brother actually stayed. Let me see. Oh, excuse me. Can I enter? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is so sweet. Thank you. Please. Oh, this is so kind of you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thank you. So kind of you. Look at that. So we've been quite lucky. Look at that. Well, there is some smoking, but, I would say that back then... Oh, thank you. Madlova. So they even turned on the lights for us. Oh my goodness, this is so sweet. I would say that back then, the turn of the 20th century, there is a lot of smoking just anywhere. It was just fashion, It was, people smoke like pipes, different cigarettes, women, men. It was just all over. That's the glass I've been talking about. Yeah, I know, it's great, and I'm so happy. And this is this is a kind of a 3D. You can actually touch it, and it's, wow, it's just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So this is the glass from Venice that I've been talking about. I have no idea why they would order so much from Venice. Maybe just, to show how rich they were, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But that's not all. Oh, look, this is the white Carrara marble. And this is just the entrance of the house. And look at that. The glass roof. The stained glass roof. These people live in a palace. I'm gonna get dizzy now. Yeah, it could be, they could have traded it. We don't know. A mezuzah? A mezuzah? Where did you see the mezuzah? Let's go and check out if there is a mezuzah. Where is the mezuzah? Where is it? No. No, this is not a mezuzah. This is just to tell you who's living in the house. It's just a name. I don't see a mezuzah. And I'm not sure if Bazarjans were actually Jewish. I'm not sure. So I don't see a mezuzah. Beautiful stained glass. I know. Let's come and see what there is. Just marble steps. Like, why not? Right? Look at that. Grish, I'm going up. Grish, you can stay there. You can stay there, or you can come with me. Look at that. So it looks like I am invading, but I promise I'm not gonna go really too far. Wow. Well, something was replaced. This is replaced. Pieces of glass. Just fantastic entrance hall, I know. I know. Wow. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Yeah, I'll be quiet now. Wow. I'll be quick. To make people angry with me. Let's go. No, sorry, I'm just filming. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry?
Мы русский понимаем.
Русский, английский, да, мы просто снимаем, как у вас красиво в доме. Да, просто смотрим. Мы уже уходим. Спасибо большое. Нет, спасибо, все хорошо, спасибо. Oh, they're so kind. You know, they thought we have a problem, and they wanted to help us. Look at that. I don't know. This is wow, just a wow, right? When all fixed up at the future tourist Mecca. Yeah, absolutely, Robert. You're right. Не надо. Let's go, Grisha. So, ничего, он упадет, и не надо, шумно будет. You're gonna make a lot of noise if you drop the bottle of water. So I don't want you to make any noise. Oh wow, just gorgeous, absolutely. Well, we've been so lucky. We've been so lucky. So lucky in Sololaki, Grisha. We've been lucky in Sololaki.
Что?
We've been lucky in Sololaki. Yeah, you don't really look like a sick person anymore. That's so good. Okay, so I'm so happy we've been able to get in. I mean, I knew, because, well, I knew this could not be possible. Well, it could clearly be closed, but we've been lucky. So it's way better than just in the video, right? Way better. And now, what I want us to do to once again go outside and see the photo of the same house taken sometime early 20th century. And then, well, we have to say bye-bye. So just hang on a little while. No, I'm overrunning just a bit. Sorry, I can't see any mezuzah here. Okay. So bye-bye the beautiful Bazarjan's house. So making sure it's closed. And now we're gonna cross once again.
Сколько минут еще?
Все, пару минут и все.
Сколько?
Парочка, 2 минуты. 2 minutes. We're asking when I'm done. In 2 minutes, I am done. I promise. We're going to cross the street. Okay. And now I just one more thing, because I've been so lucky to actually have found the old photograph of the house, and just one more reason to enjoy the beautiful interiors, well, exteriors, so not the interior but exterior. And so this is the house. Really, it really hasn't changed. Oh no, let's do it this way. Yeah, so this is the Bazarjan's house. Yeah, it could be Sharon. I don't know, honestly. Kids are kids, no matter. Absolutely. I'm so grateful to every one of you for being okay with Grisha joining the tours and, you know, doing all the silly stuff, because not much I can do about. And of course, also, you know, just picking up tobacco, which is very, very harmful, so don't smoke. This is just a beautiful wrapping, just beautiful package of the cigarettes produced by Bazarjan's brothers. Yeah, I know, beautiful. It's so easy to fall for this beautiful packaging and then just harm your own health, but beautiful. I love all these wrappings. I love all these packages. Are there not? Well, here no. Here on. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, that's okay. I'm used to it. So Grisha is saying that we look really weird. Grisha is saying we look very weird. You know, talking to cameras, but I'm used to it already. Yeah. So it's time to wrap this up. No. Wait. It's time to say bye-bye. We need to say bye-bye. Wait. Next to Bazarjan's house. Grisha really can't wait to wrap this up, because he knows there's some treats waiting for him. So thank you so much for joining another episode of Sololaki. Looks like there's gonna be another one, the really last one of Sololaki. And we've been so lucky in Sololaki today, because we've been able to get inside actually 3 places: a nice bookstore, a beautiful Dante cafe, and then just this beautiful entrance hall of the Bazarjan's house. This one over there, right? And if you enjoyed this tour, we would appreciate your support. On the very top, on the pinned message on the chat over there, to the side, I'm not sure, probably to that side, over there, to that side, there is a message, there's a link to my PayPal or Buy Me account. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your patience with me and Grisha. And thank you, Grisha, for all the hard work on the tours. Thank you for your work, Grisha. Oh, thank you for your work. You are welcome, Mom. You are welcome, Mom. Say, you are welcome.
You're welcome.
Yes, I am welcome. Okay. Oh, that's it. Thank you, everyone. So let me just go over the chat just one more time to make sure. Right, I can make sure I haven't really missed any of the questions. There's gonna be one more tour tonight about the Hermitage. I'm taking you to the rooms with Pablo Picasso's paintings, and I'll tell you all the stories about Picasso, his connections with Russia, and how actually, thanks to Picasso, we actually can see the collection of the Impressionists and Post-Impressionists in Russia as well. So we're talking about that. I'm not a specialist on Picasso, so I'm not going to be telling you that nerdy stuff, you know. I'm sure you probably know way more than I know about that, but I just tell you some fun stories, you know, some really interesting things, and give you some insights, you know, like why we actually have all that at the Hermitage. And so the tour, the next episode for Sololaki is not really scheduled yet, because it's quite likely that I won't be in Tbilisi next weekend. But I have 3 tours already scheduled for Saturday, the 13th of April. It's going to be another episode of The Hermitage about Henri Matisse. It's going to be another episode of the Romanov Palace, the Oranienbaum. And I'm taking you to a German colony in Haifa as well. Almost. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Vlasta. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Sharon, Ashraf, everyone. Thank you for joining. Mary, please get well soon. I hope it's just a passing thing and the sore throat will be gone, you know, in a blink of an eye. Let me see. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun. Yes. Well, I'm happy to see you too. Okay, I'm already overrunning, and this person is not really happy with me overrunning, so it's time to wrap this up. And this will be Rita saying bye-bye. And yeah, you can do it.
А почему не спалена камера?
Not because it's just more beautiful.
Почему?
Okay, you wanna do it like this? Okay, there you go. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.